You're in the middle of a fight. Your chest is burning. You know exactly what you want to say. Your mind is sharp, clear, ready. And then your throat tightens, your eyes start to sting. And before you can stop it, tears are running down your face. You're not sad, you're furious, but your body just betrayed you. The person across from you, they see those tears. And suddenly, everything shifts. They think you're fragile, emotional, too sensitive. They might even say, "Why are you crying? It's not that serious." And now you're not just angry, you're humiliated. Because you wanted to be strong, sharp, in control, but your body had other plans. If this has ever happened to you, I need you to hear this. You don't cry during anger because you're weak. You cry because you're running too hot. Most people stay calm in arguments because they're barely invested. They're at 50%, detached, half there, but you're all in. You're running at 150%. You care deeply about what's true, about what's fair, about the relationship, and any engine that runs at 150% generates heat. A lot of heat. So today, we're going to decode why your body tries to cool you down when you get too hot, and I'm going to give you a toolkit to stay in the room and stay in control. Here's what most people don't understand. Crying during anger isn't a breakdown. It's emotional sweating. Think about a marathon runner. When they sprint hard, their muscles work like crazy, their body temperature shoots up. If they get too hot, their system shuts down. So what does the body do? It sweats. It releases water to cool the skin and regulate the internal temperature. When you see a runner sweating, you don't think, "Wow, they're so weak." You think they're working hard. Their body is doing exactly what it needs to do. Angry crying is the same thing. When you're in a high-stakes argument, your nervous system is sprinting. You're in a state of extreme physiological arousal. Your brain senses that your internal temperature, your stress, your intensity, your passion is reaching a critical level. So it triggers a cooling system. It activates something called the parasympathetic nervous system. This is your rest and digest mode. It releases a chemical called acetylcholine. It slows your heart rate. And the visible side effect, tears. So the next time the tears come, reframe the shame. Tell yourself, "I'm not breaking down, I'm just emotionally sweating. My body is cooling the engine so I can keep going." But there's another layer to this. Your body isn't just trying to cool you down. It's trying to save your life. I know you might feel betrayed by your body in these moments, like it's sabotaging your argument, but imagine your body is an ancient, overprotective bodyguard. This bodyguard loves you deeply, but it's also very old-fashioned. It thinks every conflict is life or death. Even an argument with your boss or your partner, when the conflict gets intense, your bodyguard gets scared for you. It thinks, "This is getting too dangerous. If we keep fighting, we might get hurt." So it steps in front of you. It forces you to cry. Why? Because of something fascinating. Human tears contain a chemical signal, an odorless message. When people see or smell tears, their testosterone drops. Their aggression centers power down. Your tears are a chemical blanket. They're biologically designed to send a signal that says, "Lower your aggression. Stop attacking." Your body isn't betting against you. It's trying to de-escalate a fight it thinks you might lose. It's trying to keep you safe. So you can thank your bodyguard. You can say, "Thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm safe. I don't need this right now." Now let's talk about the toolkit. I'm going to give you specific techniques to manage this. But before I do, I need to say something important. When you're in the middle of an angry cry, your thinking brain is often offline. You're running on pure emotion. You'll probably forget everything I'm about to say. And that's okay. You don't need to memorize all of this. Just pick one tool. One that feels easy. Master that one tool. Don't try to be a ninja. Just be a person with one good trick. Level 1, Invisible Tools. These are things you can use when you're alone, fuming about a text, or when you're in a conversation and feel the heat rising, but no one's noticed yet. First option, the lookup hack. This is purely physical. The moment you feel that prickle in your eyes, look up. Tilt your chin slightly. Look at the ceiling or the top of a bookshelf. Looking down signals introspection and feeling to your brain. Looking up signals alertness and visual processing. It mechanically keeps the tears in. And it tells your bodyguard, we're still watching the world. We're not shutting down. Second option, the math hacked part of your brain that cries and the part that does logic share. Blood supply, they're like a seesaw. If one goes up, the other comes down. Force your logic brain to wake up. Do a math problem. In your head, not to +2, that's too easy. Try 100 minus 7, that's 93, minus 7 again. That's 86. Keep going. It's neurologically impossible to maintain intense emotion while doing complex subtraction. You're forcing the blood flow away from the tears. Third option, sensory grounding. If you feel like you're floating away or losing control, try this. Anchor yourself in the room. Quickly find 5 things you see. For things you can touch. 3 things you hear. 2 things you smell. 1 thing you taste. This pulls you out of your internal storm and back into reality. Level 2, the strategic pause. But sometimes the wave is too strong. The invisible tools aren't working. You're about to sob. In this moment, you need to get out without looking like you're running away. You need a strategic pause. The best way? The water break. If your voice is cracking, say this: I'm going to grab a glass of water. I'll be right back. This is not a retreat. This is a tactic. Here's why it works. When you get the water, take a slow sip. The act of swallowing physically forces your throat muscles, the glottis, to relax. It resets the muscle spasm that causes the sobbing sound. This 60-second break gives you time to shake out your hands, release the adrenaline, take a sip, reset your throat, and return on your own terms. Level 3, when tears fall. No, let's talk about the hardest scenario. It's too late. The tears are falling, the other person is looking at you. You feel the shame creeping in. If this happens, follow one absolute rule. Do not apologize. Do not say, I'm sorry, I'm such a mess. That signals weakness. That signals you did something wrong. UDID in single quotes. Instead, label and pivot. Tell them exactly what's happening so they don't misinterpret it. Say this: I want you to know these are tears of frustration, not sadness. Or if you can, be even bolder: I care deeply about this issue, so I'm having a physiological reaction. Please ignore it. I am listening and I want to finish this conversation. By saying this, you do something incredibly powerful. You assert your agency. You're telling them, my biology is reacting, but I'm still in charge. There's immense dignity in that. To cry and yet keep speaking your truth, that's not weakness. That's the definition of courage. I want you to know this journey takes time. There will still be arguments where the tears come before you can catch them, and that's okay. Be gentle with your overprotective bodyguard. It's trying its best. Don't add the second arrow of shame to the first arrow of anger. Your capacity to feel this deeply, to be so invested, so passionate that your body literally overflows, is also the source of your empathy, your creativity, and your power. You're not weak. You're just a high-performance engine that sometimes runs a little hot. So the next time the tears come, take a breath, look up, and remember, even your tears are proof that you're fully, unapologetically alive. If you want to understand more about why you're wired this way, why you feel everything so intensely, there's another layer to this we need to decode. Subscribe to stay ahead of your own psychology. Let's decode your humanity together.